Stuff was flailing, babe, okay? Butts were hurting, skin was flapping, boobs was flying, cheeks was spreading. Honestly, running away from a dick is a valid horror movie. I could picture me running and be like, it's behind me, isn't it? And it's hard. Ah! And honestly, I would like to take you out on a date where we both are dressed modestly and appropriately. And then, if you're feeling it, I will kiss you on the cheek, milady. But instead, my freaking iPhone must have been the iPhone update. It auto-corrected all that to show me your... Are you a real person? Are men real? Hold on. Breaking news. Hold on. I'm getting word from the president. Not our president. The president from another planet that's actually a good one. Hold on. Yeah, absolutely. He's saying that men were actually an experiment from like a bad planet. And they weren't supposed to... They what? They weren't actually supposed to even be allowed on Earth, but they escaped the lab. What? Today, we're diving into the most diabolical people on the internet. And no, I'm not talking about Gabby Hanna. I'm talking about Redditors. What's up, you sick freaks? Sorry. I still haven't gotten any suggestions on what I'm supposed to say at the beginning of my video, you know? So, and I can't come up with it myself. That's what you guys are for. Like, I'm so busy, obviously, and rich and famous and beautiful. I have to delegate. And like, you guys are also sexy and cool and fun and funny. So like, you guys like help me, help us, the sick freaks. What about the trauma dumpers? Okay, all right, so obviously we're back. We are so back, baby. We're so locked in. Okay, I think that potentially, hopefully I'm not jinxing it. Ooh, I feel like I almost said something like, felt like I was gonna say a slur. I don't even know what that slur would be that starts with a J, but it sounded not fun, what was gonna come out of my mouth. You know, sometimes I feel like the literal universe and my own body urges me, begs me to stop talking by way of literally physically making sure my lips don't move correctly and yet keep on talking. Hopefully, the video that has been copyrighted 50,000 trillion times is out by now of me reviewing bad vertical movies. If it is, go watch it. If it's not, don't ask about it. But we're gonna get back into our favorite thing, Reddit stories. And is it our favorite thing? I don't know. But we're just gonna get into the cesspool, awful parts of the internet. My name is un-ladylike. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, listen to my music. It's only fair. So without further ado, let's get into these Reddit stories. I am gonna try to diversify my content a bit and do other things, but for right now, I have a trip that I'm going on. And so I'm trying to pre-film so I can stay consistent and you don't care, so let's get into it. All right. Also, just like last episode, I am going to be trying to make this podcast easy to listen to for people that don't like tangents. So again, when you hear this sound, that means I'm going to go on a tangent and you are able to skip it. All right. I don't know what I'm going to be reading yet, but I'm just going to put a trigger warning now because I already know I'm going to have to edit one in later. We're talking about men. Okay. Derogatory. Yeah. And I'm probably also gonna do some am I overreacting, am I the asshole type shit. Oh goodness. Okay. First one, synopsis is, I thought I was doing a really good job of not coming across like I'm trying to fuck you. Spoiler, he was not, and he spiraled hard. Had my number for less than 6 hours. Let's go. Starts off with him, and again, what do we always say? That's bad. That's not good. You should talk less. Oh God, here he goes already. I want every version of you. Yeah? Do you? What about when I look like this? Yeah, didn't think so, bitch. Okay. And also, what about when I'm eating something diabolical at 6 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., who cares? Nachos with peanut butter on them and whipped cream and strawberries and jalapenos. Have I eaten that? No. but would it surprise myself if I somehow did that in the future? No. So yeah, what about that version of me? What about the version of me that fell in the tub naked? And no, that's not sexy. Stuff was flailing, babe, okay? Butts were hurting, skin was flapping, boobs was flying, cheeks was spreading. Okay, what about that version? Would you love that? I want every version of you. I have like so many inappropriate things going across my head. He's thinking about me falling in the tub, babe. You're beautiful, and I'm lucky to have your attention. I love what you look like. Your tongue. I want it. Like, to steal it? I don't want to date a guy that's gonna see my tongue and be like, ah, gotcha. And it's mine now. What the hell? Give me back my tongue, bitch. I heard about people taking noses. Now we out here taking tongues? I need that. I need that to talk. How else am I gonna say useless bullshit that nobody cares about on the internet? Hello? And also, diversify your compliments. Because all you're saying is, I like the way you look. That's so boring. She said, just to be transparent and honest, I also don't do hookups. Or like fucking on the first date or sexting this early into talking. He said, okay. Why do you feel like you need to say that? Did I do something to make you feel that way? I don't know. Maybe it was I have like so many inappropriate things going across my head. You're so beautiful. Give me your tongue. I'm gonna eat it. Also reminds me of that pickup artist we talked about last time where he's like, I pretend her eyes are blueberries and then I eat them. And then I take the fantasy even further and I think about what if her blueberries were award-winning eyes and then she got into a cooking competition, but now she can't see anymore because she sold her blueberry eyes to Big Blueberry. And now she's indebted to the government because her blueberries are so delicious that it's causing a famine of blueberry eyes or whatever the fuck that guy said. I don't know.
Flashback. If I see a girl with blue eyes, I might say, wow, your eyes are like blueberries. Wait, can I actually, I'm kind of hungry. Can I have?
Take things to the extreme.
If I mention blueberry eyes, I might just say that off the cuff. But I'll take that to the extreme of, what if her eyes actually were blueberry? What if I was a chef? What if I wanted to make a blueberry cake? What if the blueberry cake won the World's Fair of being the best blueberry cake in the world and it was all because of her eyes, but now she has a medical condition because she doesn't have any eyes anymore because of the blueberries.
End of flashback.
Why do you feel like you need to say that? Did I do something to make you feel that way? Generally, when people say shit like that, something made them feel that way. Yeah, you're so close to getting it, babe. And also, it would already be a block if he's talking about generally when people say shit like that. Like what, a boundary? I don't know. Reminds me of a date I went on early when I moved here and it was awful. And we were going to a place that required a lot of walking, but I did not know that. So I wore like kitten heels. And even then it wasn't a big deal. They were like tiny. And dude was really upset that I had the heels on. You know what? I can take ownership for that. I should have researched the place and found out that I shouldn't have worn that choice of shoe. But then there were so many other places we could have gone, but he wanted to walk to a bar that was like 45 minutes away. And I was like, absolutely the fuck not, because I don't want to walk home by myself. And he was like, you're not walking home by yourself. There's hella other people out. Yeah, strangers. Who do you think would kill me in this scenario? A stranger, including you. And then also he was like, okay, so what bar do you want to go to instead? And I was like, I don't know. I'm pretty much chill with anything. And he was like,
I hate when women say that because you guys aren't chill with everything. So just fucking figure it out and pick what you actually want.
Mind you, we had already gone to one bar and I was like, this place is cute. Let's stay here. So I did tell you. She said this, which is again I have like so many inappropriate things going across my head, and you want my tongue, haha. Yeah, literally what I just said. Like, are we dumb? Like, what? He said, I don't feel like I have been rude or inappropriate to you at all. Well, you've been both, babe, because you're like, why would you even say that I'm being weird? Because generally when people say stupid shit like that, it's because I'm being rude and don't want to acknowledge it. And also, you literally use the word inappropriate. I'm having inappropriate thoughts about you, but you're saying, I don't know how I would have been inappropriate. Are you a real person? Are men real? Hold on. Breaking news. Hold on. I'm getting word from the president. Not our president. The president from another planet that's actually a good one. Hold on. Yeah, absolutely. He's saying that men were actually an experiment from like a bad planet. And they weren't supposed to, They weren't actually supposed to even be allowed on Earth, but they escaped the lab. What? Because they hadn't perfected the prototype yet. Yeah, no. yeah. They do seem like that. You're so right. And they're working on better ones now that just like don't talk shit at all, and they're great. But it's gonna take another like 3,000 to 6,000 years. Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much, Blorp. That was like a beautiful call, like really well timed. Thank you, President Blorp. All right, so yeah, that's just what I gotta say about it. I don't feel like I have been rude or inappropriate to you at all. Oh, then, LOL. That could have all been one message. It didn't have to be 3 separate, then. It doesn't even read well. It's then. Get it together. You think you're cool out here in these streets? And then you put LOL laughing emoji. I can't win here. I'm assuming she didn't show the timestamps, but I'm assuming that he went down that rampage because she didn't respond in like 3 minutes. And also, no, you can't win here. You can't win anywhere, so you should just give up. And I don't mean like give up on life. I'm just saying like go to a farm and live off the grid, okay? And like, yeah. De-assimilate yourself from society. Okay, she said, all because I said I wasn't available to call and I don't do sexual talk the first day of texting. Oh, it's the first day of texting, good Lord. That's crazy to be like, hi, nice to meet you, the name's Jubes. So just so you know, I'm having inappropriate thoughts about you and your body and your tongue. I'm gonna take it out of your mouth and eat it and put it in my mouth. And then I'm gonna swish around our tongues together before I gargle it. But I'm not being inappropriate or rude, so what the fuck are you talking about? He said, I wasn't trying to talk sexual to you at all. So what are the inappropriate thoughts then? Tax fraud? Like, what are we talking about? I'm having some really appropriate... I almost Freudian slipped to appropriate because that's what a lady I am. I'm having some really inappropriate thoughts about us, kind of like how I'm thinking about staging a military coup. That's pretty inappropriate of me. I'm kind of thinking about how, maybe we should overthrow the government, and that's a little bit inappropriate of me, but I am having those thoughts with you. I wasn't sexting in any capacity. I'm 38 years old. I'm on a beach. It's 6,000 years in the future, and men at this time have been perfected by President Blorg or Blorp or whatever I said. And they're nice and they're sweet and they're emotionally intelligent and they respect boundaries, and then they have their own, and we all advocate for our own autonomy, and it's really wonderful. And all the wars stop, and our president floats up into the atmosphere with Katy Perry. And they go to wherever the fuck, I don't know, as long as it's not here. Oh, as well as Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, Diddy. I don't, every bad person floats up into the atmosphere and becomes Dippin' Dots. I don't fucking know. All right. Also, if you're not trying to talk sexual, what the fuck is the whole tongue thing? You just want her to not talk? Is it misogynistic, or is it sexual, or is it both? Jim? Because that's what I'm assuming your name is. Jimbo? Being a real not cool guy, dude. I wasn't sexting in any capacity. I'm 38 years old. That doesn't do anything for me at all. Really? Because you really led with the sexual talk. And also, what does age have to do with horny? There are really high rates of STDs getting passed around in senior living facilities because they be fucking, bro. So I don't know. It's like, excuse me? I'm 37 3/4 old. I don't get horny anymore. All right, dude? Like, I just want your tongue for research. And honestly, you should send me a picture of your boobs anyway, so then I could be like, gross, I don't even like those things anymore. Gross. That is so 36 of me to be horny about that. I am very much so an in-person type of individual. So you can be horny in person? What does that mean? I am not a digital person. Yeah, it wasn't me, okay? I had actually texted you, good evening. You're beautiful, and I love your intentional way of speaking and your humor and your emotional intelligence. And honestly, I would like to take you out on a date where we both are dressed modestly and appropriately. And then, if you're feeling it, I will kiss you on the cheek, milady. But instead, my freaking iPhone must have been the iPhone update. It auto-corrected all that to show me your boobs. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not good with digital. I'm like much more in person. I hate texting. clearly, because you're texting way more than she is. I absolutely was not trying to be inappropriate with you in any capacity. Again, saying that you weren't trying to be the thing that you described yourself. You self-admittedly said, I'm having inappropriate thoughts about you. I don't even know if this is considered gaslighting because it's so stupid, like, and so disprovable. I don't. She said, you said you were having a lot of inappropriate thoughts and you wanted my tongue. That's very sexual. And then he, exclamation emoji reacted to that and said, I wouldn't sex with you if it was year 3. OMG. Oh my God. Me? Absolutely not. I would only sex with you if we were together for 6 years because that's a respectable thing to do. I wouldn't even look at you, milady. I shan't even glance in your direction. You are a delicate flower and I wouldn't dare make eye contact with such a lady such as yourself. And on the last day of the 5th year of our courtship, I will take your hand, milady, and say, mwah. So no head? Like, what? I don't know how you even think that this is a correct thing to say to walk back what you said, because now you're going the opposite extreme of, I wouldn't have sex with you ever. Me? No, that's not what I do in relationships. I don't like to even acknowledge that my partner's there. Gross, disgusting. Either aversion is not healthy. Like, it's okay to be horny, bro. You just gotta have some decorum. Like, okay. She also didn't say, I'm never gonna sext you or we can never talk inappropriately. She just said, not the first day you get my number. And then he replies some more. OMG, okay, green check mark, because apparently she didn't reply. And then he responds even more. She again has not replied at all. He said, I won't say anything else again. Good, zip it, forever. In fact, is there like a spell, like a potion I can just, whew, like a quiet boy spell that I just, whew, and then you get a zipper around your mouth and yes, just, you know, I once saw somebody online that was like, men should have to be born in jail and then like fight their way out. But then somebody else was like, no, that would be horrible because then only the most outrageous ones would be brutal enough to fight their way out. But all I'm saying is that whatever, like the prototype of men really needs to be taken back to the manufacturer and like reworked. Because I think the emotional intelligence chip is like having a mass malfunction. Also, before someone's annoying, obviously women out there, there are women out there that are just this fucked up, okay? So in case anybody wants to get their fifis hurt. Oh my God, he said so much. She still hasn't said anything. I won't say anything else again, haha. I swear. I will be vanilla and I will be a typical white boy. The white boys that I have dated have been serial killers except for one. And that's because he's mixed. So actually the other ones are mixed too. So that means that the one I'm talking to now could also fall in that category. Oh. I've got a lot to think about. Just kidding. Okay. Also, being vanilla has nothing to do with race. Also, she wasn't asking you to be vanilla. She was asking you to be a regular human. I know that's difficult for you, but that's what she was saying. I will be vanilla and I will be typical white boy. I will not say another motherfucking thing ever again. Really? Because you went on to say a lot of motherfucking things. Your pictures were splendid. Absolutely superb. Heavens forbid me ever have cross-thought anything other than something pure. You're the one that said you weren't having impure thoughts though. What an exhausting person to talk to. Holy shit. I will keep all comments to myself moving forward. I also hate this fucking like, I guess you hate me. I guess I'm a loser idiot, blah, blah, blah. This pity party bullshit. And yes, you are a loser. And we do hate you. Boo! We hate you. This guy stinks. I'm adapting to all your rules, not rules, boundaries. I do not live my life with a single rule. I'm not used to rules. Maybe that's why you're single. I have messed up with 3 people in the last 12 years. Thanks for the track record of people you fucked up with. Sure, it's more. I am not used to not being able to say what's on my mind or biting my tongue or worrying about who I offend or whose feelings I hurt. I'm not used to any of this shit. Okay, so you're just an immature adult. Like, what the fuck? That's not a flex to be like, I don't care about what's right in social norms at all. I'm just gonna let it fly because I'm honest. It's giving Chris from Love is Blind season 10 where he was like, I don't give a flying fuck and I'm not rude, but I don't want to date you because your body is shitty. So, and that's not me being rude. I'm just being honest. I don't give a flying fuck. She said, I don't have rules for you to adapt to. It seems like you aren't sure how to handle boundaries when someone sets them. And he reacted to that because he's an idiot. Oh man, and now he's going off. He said, I thought I was doing a really good job of like not trying to come across as I'm trying to fuck you. You weren't, as the title said. Because I genuinely haven't even had that fucking whole thought. Yeah, I only half thought about fucking you. I didn't let it get to the whole thought of your holes. I was half thinking about your holes. What's the problem here, bro? I have half a chub right now. I don't have a full boner. I'm at half mast. So what's the issue? I'm being a perfect gentleman. I'm not used to boundaries. We see. I am Pharrell. He meant feral, but he put Pharrell. I remember that song that I was trying to think of last episode, by the way, by him. Because I was like, is it happy? No, it's a, don't be afraid to catch feels. Or I drop top and chase thrills. I know you ain't afraid to pop pills. Yeah, that one with him and Katy Perry or whatever. I can't say that I really care for either, but you know, that was a good song. And the lyrics are a little crazy though. Don't be afraid to pop pills. And maybe we actually should be afraid to catch feels, because there are people out here like this. I am Pharrell. I literally do anything I want every day in my life. I have never lived life where people have told me what to do, how to do it. No, you cannot talk to them on the phone. No, you cannot say that inappropriate line. Oh, wait, I'm reading this in the wrong inflection. Okay. I literally do anything I want every day in my life. I have never lived my life where other people have told me what to do, how to do it. No, you cannot talk to them on the phone. No, you cannot say that inappropriate line. No, they're not available to talk on the phone for 5 more days. No, they can't hang out for 13 and a half more days. No, they don't want to talk to you on their drive home to get their kid. No, they don't want to talk to you at bedtime. No, they don't want to see us win. They don't want to see us. Oh my God, okay. Then you send me fucking half naked pictures. I'm sure they were in a bikini. Sexy, comma, pictures. Sexy pictures. Not sexy pictures, sexy, and then pictures. Love the way this guy's punctuating with like 50,000 commas. I still think I read half that in the wrong inflection, but that's because he's grammatically stupid. And everything else in between. And then you think I'm trying to sexualize you or fuck you. Facepalm emoji. I'm learning here. I'm trying to figure out how you all date and shit. LOL, it's all fucked up. How old is she? I've literally messed with 3 adults in 12 years. I am not a professional dater. That's obvious, because can we get a score, judges? Can we get a score? Yes, I don't know. I like the way that he was bold, but I also hated it. So I'm gonna give him a 1. And that's absolutely fair, judge number 1. What about you, judge number 2?
Well, personally for me, I feel like he's the type of person to cause daddy issues in the future. And for that, I'm giving him a -3.
Absolutely, judge number 2, and that's absolutely true. Judge number 3, it's down to you. Is he getting a ticket to the Professional Daters Championship or not? You know, I think it takes a certain level of bravery and stupidity to do what this young man here has done today. And for that, I'm suggesting that he gets a lifetime ban. Absolutely, judge number 3, and I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you for joining us for the Professional Daters World Cup of 2026. We'll see you next year. Sorry, I genuinely forgot how sensitive the world is nowadays. You're being sensitive. It was not like this 12 years ago. You mean you didn't get as many repercussions for being a crazy person? So I'm trying to conform to the new sensitivity habits of the younger generation. The woke culture, where you have to walk on eggshells because everyone's so offended, or they think you want something you don't. So you're telling me right now she would have reacted positively and said, cool, let's fuck, you would have been like, milady, please. I clutcheth my pearls, you harlot, you absolute heartbeat tramp. I don't have sex for at least 3 years. We shan't even touch hands, milady. Absolutely not, you sleut. No, you wouldn't have. You would have been like, yes, let me put my dick in several of your orifices, okay? I'm trying to get used to it. I am not used to it. I do not fit into the scene. I wasn't made to be single at all. No, you're actually exclusively made to be single, my friend. I am a relationship type of person, so all of this getting to know people and shit is awkward as fuck for me because I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say because I've spent my whole life saying whatever I want to say. So I guess I have to just keep my mouth shut and smile. She didn't respond, so he said, hello. Our favorite response. I hate that your reads are off. I don't know if you got this, and I'm just sitting here by the phone watching the screen, waiting for you to write back, not sure if you're awake or what. No response, so he gets right back in there with, are you still up, beautiful girl? She didn't respond again, so he said, this is weak. I wanted to finish this conversation. I do like you. I just don't know what I'm doing. Not used to this kind of stuff is all. Then he continues, well, now I'm wide awake, pissed off at myself for making you feel like that I wanted to fuck you. That's genuinely not the case at all. I'm actually, oh God, this message is really long. I'm actually genuinely interested in you. And I'm trying to figure out how to navigate these waters that I'm not used to, drown in them. I really don't want to sexualize you. I'm not trying to use you for sexual gain. I didn't assume we were going to fuck on the first night, and I wasn't trying to talk to you inappropriate tonight. I literally saw your pictures, your 25-year-old and 38, which I'm not saying anything about age gap relationships, but the ones that get spotlighted, to me, it makes sense why the older person in the scenario is single and going after people much younger that are probably in their minds easier to manipulate and tolerate them because they're stunted emotionally. Continuing on, your 25-year-old beautiful bombshell. What is this, Love Island? Now, a new bombshell to the villa. Telling all these men to go fuck themselves. All right, you're talking to me. I've literally had 3 partners in 12 years. Yeah, we got that. I'm excited to be talking to someone new. I feel good that a beautiful, sexy 25-year-old is giving me some attention, and then I feel deflated in the same time. Also calling her sexy and beautiful and whatever, and then saying that you're not being inappropriate at all. Got it. I'm not trying to use you for anything. I want a partner. I want a consistent every day. I want a girlfriend and eventually a wife. I got on that app to find someone that could fill a void in my heart and not in my pants. Wow. That is such beautiful poetry. I don't even think that Shakespeare could write something that beautiful. I honestly, in my brain, thought that my next partner would be someone that I got to talk to you every day or see every day. Oh my God, this message is still going. So, I don't know what that looks like. I'm looking for happiness blank. You're a beautiful girl, and I'm still learning too.
Don't be afraid to catch feels.
I feel like I should be wearing a blood pressure cuff when I do these, just to see how much my blood pressure spikes, because I'm heaving. Did somebody else make the Pharrell joke? Oh no, they put Will Ferrell. Yeah, Ferrell as in Will Ferrell. Huh. And other comments, this is actually kind of scary. Yeah, it is. Woo! And you only had her number for 6 hours? Jeez Louise. Okay, next nice guys. I'm nice. You're just mad because I'm freaky. Starts with him. So no dick pics, right? So no head?
So no head?
She said, never. He said, that's all. Cat laughing emoji. Had to show you that right quick. Crying emoji, peace sign emoji. So did he send her a dick pic after she just said no? Okay, and then he deleted a chat, so we're all gonna be on the edge of our seats for the rest of our lives not knowing what he could have said. It was probably something really smart. And then he said, shit crazy. Shit crazy, shit crazy. And then she said, what the fuck? He said, it's gone. Lamo, corrected, LMAO. So he did send her a dick pic after she explicitly said not to. This is gonna piss me off.
Don't be afraid to catch feels.
I just had to, without showing my dick. Since you said no duck pic, dick. Damn, I suck. You do suck, but not because you can't spell. Holy shit. Okay. This reminds me of a guy, and I can't post this, because it's like a video. It's not his face though, but it's like this creepy ass old guy on my Instagram that has been messaging me for years. And then he sent me a video of him like bringing it around town with his little fucking ding dong wiener, pitching a tent. And he's like truly horrifying. Horrifying. Why the fuck would you think I would ever want to see that? And again, my Instagram conversations are not sexual at all. They never are sexual. It's always as like a Hail Mary. Like usually if I respond to them, which is a big if, I'm like, thanks. Cause I'll like swipe up on my story and say that it's pretty and I'll go, thanks, that's it. TY, thank you, that's it. And that was really only because of the algorithm, because I know it likes when you engage, but I'm starting to not even do that because you motherfuckers will take even a girl just saying thank you and then be like, now she wants to see my dick. And it was small and weird and it looked like Pinocchio's nose. I didn't see it. It was like he had underwear on, but the shape of it, why was it like that? Okay, it looked like it like didn't have the tip. Why was it so like wooden shaped? I get that it's your wood, but what the hell? Do you have a prosthetic dick? I don't know. Is that a thing? If it is, I'm not trying to be insensitive. Okay, now I'm spiraling. Also, sending shit like this without consent is disgusting. Sorry for scarring you. I scarred you for life, didn't I? I mean, it's really not worse than what you've seen. I know you've seen worse than that, and that was as bare minimum for all. I don't care to show you my dick. I think it's not necessary, but the cum part is crazy, so I had to. So you didn't share a picture of your dick, you showed a picture of your cum? Why the fuck would that be sexy to you? And also, that is so much more foul and disgusting, bro. Like, I want to live in a world where women exist and men don't cost us, so keep your dick in your pants. You just keep thinking with it, oh, it's the wrong head. You think it with the wrong head. See, I can't even get through the song because I feel like these videos can't be good for my mental health in the long term. Okay. Anyways, the absolute willful obtuseness to be like, well, she said that I can't show her my dick, but she didn't say that I couldn't show her what it produces. You're a disgusting pig. He's still going for this whole page. Holy shit. Okay. The jazz part is crazy, so I had to. Sorry, but I get you. It won't happen again for all. Praying emoji, crying emoji. Okay, bro, don't be salty now that I did it. It's not that bad. Be so for real, blank, crying emoji. Bro, my mom always says, why are we bringing our mom up in this conversation, in this context? What the fuck? Okay, bro, my mom always says when we watch movies with sex, she says, why are you looking away? Are you gay? Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji. So, are you gay? How did this turn into a homophobic rant? And also, your mom is fucking weird for wanting to watch a sex scene with her son. What the fuck? Boy moms are a curse on this world. Because you know what? You make the most piss poor boys that you want to, for some reason, want to fuck. Because, excuse me, hold on. Oh, President Blorp. Oh my God, thank you so much. I was actually starting to get really frustrated. Do you have some updates for me? Yeah. Oh, so the prototype actually went wrong because the boy moms were trying to sabotage it. Okay, yeah. So originally men were made to be like decent, but then the moms. Oh, but the moms also were a failed experiment that got jealous. Okay, I see. Yeah, it was that subsect of mom. The other moms are fine, but there was just, yeah, you get a bad batch. Yeah, it happens. It got damaged during shipping. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I think we should probably round up all of the defective products and probably retest. But you know, there are a few out here that aren't defective, so it's okay. I wouldn't say the majority. It doesn't feel like the majority though. Well, yeah. If you want to do a recall, you can get with your people. I'll get with mine. Then we'll get this fixed. We'll get it fixed. Okay. All right. It's so good to talk to you. Thanks, President. What? Oh my God, I am super hot and funny. You're so crazy. Okay, bye. So are you gay? LMFAO, like Pharrell. It's okay. A lot of Pharrell stuff coming up. What's going on? It's okay to see the opposite spelled wrong. How do you spell opposite wrong? Gender stuff. It's okay to see the opposite gender stuff. It's weird for you to see a female's pussy though. What? It's okay to see the opposite gender stuff. It's weird for you to see a female's pussy though. I am not sure what that means. But also, it is okay to see the opposite gender's junk if it's consensual, which it wasn't. That's weird. Normalize it being okay to not be scared of dick. Oh my God, I can't do this. I'm actually getting angry. Okay. Crying emoji. And the crying emoji is just pitiful. You're a pathetic human being. You're embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you. You are embarrassing. I can already see you running from it in real life if someone was doing it with you. LMFAO. Honestly, running away from a dick is a valid horror movie. I could picture me running and be like, it's behind me, isn't it? And it's hard. Ah! Like, that's real. Honestly, that's fucking real. Okay, scared. Okay, so we doing this all day now? Is that it? Cat crying emoji. Okay, bet blank. Cat crying emoji. I'll show you what it's like to be a man. I'ma watch you get bored. Oh, blank, text me. Well, that was short-lived. Okay. Cat crying emoji. He really likes that cat crying emoji. Regular crying emoji. Bet. Cat crying emoji. You know, I could do other shit right besides... You know, I could do other shit right. What? You know, I could do other shit right besides text you. So, like, that's why I'm saying I'm not tripping on it. Skull emoji. You're most deaf bored though, I can tell. Yeah, you are very boring. You're right about that. So go ahead. Keep being that way. Oh my oh. Have you ever kissed before? Cat crying emoji. I feel like that's a no. No girl gets scared of dick if they've kissed at least. Yeah, every girl welcomes in strange dick unless they haven't kissed. So, whatever, idiot, this isn't even middle school and I've totally kissed a real woman, like whatever, okay. Also, dicks are terrifying, first kiss or not, sir. Especially, I'm assuming yours. Crying emoji, crying cat emoji. You're sensitive-y, girl. The epidemic of men calling women sensitive when they are spiraling and crashing the fuck out needs to be studied. Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji. But then you just called her sensitive and you've included like 70,000 crying emojis. Not gonna lie. Oh, I'm sure you're not gonna lie. You're gonna be super honest. You need to experience the world sooner, man. It's too early to be out here scared of dick, man. And you're definitely helping to quell the non-existent fear that you made up. Crying emoji. Too early in life. You should be craving this most right now in your lifetime. You know that, right? If not, something is seriously wrong with your hormones. Not to be mean, I'm serious. Thank you for your professional medical opinion. You made it past seeing it, right? Blank. What's there to be scared of for all? The size? Shadowboxing. And then I get my powers together and I'm like having a mental breakdown, okay? Because I was curious, like, why is that shocking to you to see it? Because she didn't want to. Skull emoji. Even if you don't wanna. Okay, great. You answered your own question. She didn't want to. Like, uncomfortable from what? Uncomfortable from seeing somebody's private genital area that she did not consent to seeing. Oh my gosh. Okay. You're forcing yourself to not like that stuff. Now that isn't normal. Naturally, you should be okay with seeing stuff like that. Sure, it'd be surprising, but it shouldn't make you go, yeah, I'm uncomfortable now. What you doing gonna do when he's putting it in? Well, if she meets a nice gentleman who wants to put it in her respectfully after she has deemed it okay and gave him consent, that would be a different situation than this, wouldn't it? I'm uncomfortable, stop. As in, that's what she's gonna say. I'm uncomfortable, stop. Which, first of all, if she did get in a sexual situation and then decided I'm uncomfortable, stop, then she should absolutely vocalize that. And if it's against you, she should kick you in the face and balls and face and balls and armpits and balls and legs and knees and toes and balls and head and neck and face and teeth and balls. That's not how shit goes. It's not how shit goes, so you shouldn't vocalize when you're uncomfortable during sex? Okay, that tells me what kind of person you are. Gotta learn to be okay with some things. How hypothetically and allegedly would someone go about putting a hit on someone like this? Hypothetically, allegedly, for science, made up scenario. We should be able to create an airborne virus that just slowly suffocates people like this. She said, I literally said, no, I do not want to see your dick, and you still sent it. I didn't want to see it, so that made me uncomfortable. I don't understand what you don't get. He said, that's not as bad as what I've seen. Well, who fucking cares what you've seen? And it's probably not as bad as what you've seen because you have to see your own dick every day and you have to see your own face every day. It's probably horrible for you. The only thing I feel bad about for you is that you're surrounded by yourself all day. Sounds exhausting. And then he responded to her message and said, don't please. I'm nice for real. I ain't trying to argue, LMAO. All night, last night, quote unquote, I'm ugly. I'm ugly. Just move on and drop this. It's over. Let's carry on with life, Lamau. Better things to do than whine over it. OMG, I've seen like, no, honey, it's not that bad. I've seen girls play with their shit. Now that's fucking nasty. Tell me I'm wrong. So you're trying to fuck a girl while also simultaneously saying that women's anatomy is disgusting and repulsive and gross. Reminds me of that Reddit story we read where this guy was like, women's vaginas are a fatal, like, are, what did he say? Not seamless interface or something like that, and they should be biologically reconstructed. And somehow this guy's worse. Yo, what happened to that promise you made? You said no more screenshots, and you're doing it again? That's worse than me sending the vid. You're breaking promises now. It's not worse than you harassing her sexually. It's not. I'm nice as hell. Go ahead, man. I really don't give a fuck. I'm way nicer than you think. Mad because I'm freaky. That's crazy as shit. God. Someone said this is either an incel or a predator. Either way, he gotta go. Yeah, this is, I don't really even have much more to say on that. That was horrific. Really, really bad. Like, didn't enjoy that at all. Am I overreacting? Guy I was seeing told me cursing is unladylike. She sends a Phantom of the Opera playbill and says, well, now what? This is one from 2018. One in the frame is from 2022 or 2023, I forget. He said, what are you asking? She said, I have a playbill. This is different than what I framed. What the fuck? He said, please stop cursing. It's unladylike. She said, since when did you have an issue with me cursing? He said, it's hashtag very rare and disturbs me. Then hashtag get the fuck away from me. She said, are you being serious? He said, kinda. I don't care that much, but I also don't care. Great. I'll stop cursing when you stop. It's giving hypocrite, and she's giving queen, okay? She's giving baddie. He said, I didn't ask what it was giving, but thank you for sharing your unsolicited opinion. You mean like you saying that you don't like her cursing and it's unladylike is also an unsolicited opinion? She said, you literally just did that. Shared an unsolicited opinion. He said, oh yeah, I think you're right! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. But please stop cursing. The condescension reeks here. Okay. She said, saying I'm not being ladylike. He said, thank you. She said, I will not stop cursing. I curse all the time and so do you. It's not a curse directed at you, which I wouldn't do, so I don't see the issue. He said, you do? Question mark, question mark, question mark. She said, just search curse words in our messages. We both curse plenty. He said, I'm not doing all of that. And as I said from earlier, it's giving Gabby Hanna. It's giving when somebody actually says, let's provide some source material. You're like, whoa, 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 no, I'm not doing that. I'm not reading that. Why don't I notice then? Because you're an idiot. I am very confused. Oh, hey, that guy won mayor. Fuck yeah. And then he says, fuck yeah? Are you joking? Am I being pranked? I don't. She said, hey, so I really don't like that you try to tell me what I can and can't say. And then immediately you do what you told me is unladylike. He said, hey, so get over it. I will, babe. I'm gonna block you and then I'm gonna get over you and get under someone else because you're an idiot. And you know what I'm gonna do with that person? I'm gonna fuck. He said, I pointed out something I didn't like and that's that. An unsolicited opinion, perhaps? He said, how you process it is not my business. Whoa, holy shit. Wow. She said, that whole exchange really disappointed me. The way you talked to me, calling me unladylike, then turning around doing the same thing and finally telling me to get over it felt disrespectful and dismissive. I was just trying to have a normal conversation and instead I was made to feel small for expressing myself. I don't deserve to be spoken to that way. And what do we think his response will be? Something emotionally intelligent? He said, did you think you could get away with calling me a hypocrite and not expect some lash? You are a hypocrite. Why is that offensive? You, by definition, are being a hypocrite. You need to watch what you say to me, Chief. I know he's trying to make it sound intimidating, but I'm picturing a chunky guy in a fucking sports jersey that's like, watch it, Chief. You're not intimidating, buddy. You're just a loser. We are not as close as we used to be, so my tolerance for any shit is in hell. Great. So why don't you go back down there and join it? She said, if you're open to having a conversation and clearing the air, I'd rather do that over the phone, how we used to when we had disagreements. He said, no thanks. Good God. And ages are, she's 27 and he is 34. Great. Top comment, you need to watch what you say to me. No. He's controlling, he belittles you, and in his 30s talking like that, misogynistic and immature, I'd block him. No, T. That was really fucking annoying to read. Let's give this last one, and then again, I may come back after work, or I may leave it here, so we will figure that out later, I guess. Am I the asshole for telling my friend she's single because no one actually likes her personality? I mean, right off the bat, you sound like a dick. And also, someone has to like her personality because you're friends with her. I've been close with my friend for years, and I'm honestly at my limit. She's been single for about 3 years and dates constantly. Every breakup is apparently the guy's fault. They're intimidated, they're broke, they're insecure, they're not masculine enough, they don't step up. I've listened to the same speech over and over. The thing is, I've watched how she dates. She's hypercritical from the start. If a guy doesn't text the exact way she likes, he's low effort. If he doesn't pay for everything, he's dusty. If he shows emotion too soon, she says it gives her the ick. If he doesn't plan something extravagant early on, he's not serious. She says she wants a provider, but also someone emotionally intelligent, but also dominant, but also soft, but also obsessed with her, but not clingy. It's like the requirements change every week. The other night she was complaining about a guy she dumped because his birthday dinner for her wasn't special enough after 6 weeks. She went on a rant about how men just can't handle a woman like her. I told her maybe it's that she's exhausting to date and no one actually likes her personality once they get to know her. She just stared at me. Then she said I was jealous, bitter, and secretly happy she's single. She said real friends hype each other up, not tear each other down. I probably could have worded it better, but I also feel like someone had to say it. Now she's not speaking to me. Am I the asshole? No, she sounds fucking awful. What? I'm gonna prepare you for my bangs, okay? So just know that there's a lot happening and I look like a little boy soccer player from Brazil or something, okay? I just went to Taco Bell like this. Tell me I don't look like a dude named Ian, like a fuckboy named Ian. What's up, bruv? Really like to take you out, you dumb bird. Whatever. I literally went to Taco Bell like this. Anyways, I'm just stepping in to say, I changed my mind on this, hearing it a second time. You are the asshole because that was super fucking rude. And like you said, you could have just been like, hey, your standards seem kind of high. Like, maybe that could be part of the problem. The way she phrased it, yes, you are an asshole. You obviously hate this girl. Why are you friends? It's giving Harry Styles. My bangs are not the same as it was. As they is. Okay, sorry. But yeah, you don't even have to tell her that her standards are high or too high or whatever. Honestly, you didn't need to give her this level of feedback. Like, sometimes people just like to vent. They don't need a solution. I'm not sure. But there was a constructive way to phrase that. And you missed the mark. And she's right. Friends build each other up. You could have been like, hey, I noticed this, this, and this. These things might be off-putting. Or these things might be holding you back. Or what? Did she even? I don't know. Watermelon sugar bangs. I don't know. I'm leaving. I'm going on a trip tomorrow, so I gotta get this done. But like, I'm leaving. I'm going out of the frame. I'm leaving. Top comment, why are you friends with this person? It sounds like you don't like her. I mean, you literally told her that no one likes her personality. Why would you want to be friends with someone you don't like? That was also my question. Okay, this is for real the last one because I really do have to go, but it was just Uploaded 16 hours ago. It's hot off the presses. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend to stop sharing her food? Throwaway account. My girlfriend always offers to share her food with everyone when we go out to eat. I've asked her why she does this, and she says it's just how she was raised, to always make sure everyone else at the table is taken care of before she eats anything. I've told her multiple times that while it is an admirable gesture, she doesn't have to do that, and that no one will ever judge her for not offering food because they have their own meals. This isn't just the shareable items either. She will offer bites of her burger or pasta or soup and other things that are simply not easily split, usually ending up with another person taking direct bites or stabbing their used forks and depositing their saliva into her food. I hate the way you phrase that. It's not like they have like a fucking needle and they're injecting their spit into her burger. Aside from the ick factor, I have also told her that she really needs to avoid offering her meal when we dine out with my friend Brian, fake name, because he's the person who has no self-control with food and zero social awareness to understand that help yourself does not mean you can eat all of it and I won't mind. This has happened a lot in the past where he'll house 90% of a shared appetizer plate because the rest of us were talking and being polite and he just assumed that meant we weren't hungry. Sounds like the guy from the story we read before who ate like the whole party sub. And also, why are we hanging out with this guy? He sounds like very inconsiderate and selfish. And also, why don't you have a talk with this guy and say, stop fucking eating everything in sight, Brian? I wouldn't care as much if he paid for it, but he's almost always broke and he doesn't seem to understand what tax and tip are. If the item was listed at $11.99 in the menu, when the check comes, he'll toss in the exactly $12 and think he's square. Tipping a penny from someone who's worked service industry is diabolical. Again, why are we hanging out with Brian? He sounds like the fucking worst. I know most of you are going to ask why I'm even still friends with Brian. Yep, if I hate eating with him. But please understand that he's a really great guy and a reliable friend. It doesn't sound like it, but you know, men will make any excuse for their boys. He just has a troublesome relationship with food and manners and social awareness. That's not the only facet of his personality, just the only relevant one to this post. Last night, we were out again with friends, and my girlfriend once again offered her meal to everyone, Brian included. I didn't want to make a scene, but I gave her a little nudge and she just gave me a shrug in return. Unsurprisingly, Brian ended up eating most of her food as well as his own plate, and my girlfriend didn't say anything. On the way home, she asked if we could stop by a fast food place because she didn't get much to eat, and I told her she should have just eaten the food she ordered instead of offering it to the table. I said this is exactly why I warned her, and that she's seen the way Brian is with food, and that she shouldn't have been surprised when he ate more than she was actually intending to let him. I still stopped to get her something, but I also complained that I don't enjoy paying for Brian's meal since he basically ate all of hers. I might have been harsh, but this has come up multiple times and she knows I'm not a fan of it. I could tell she was upset when I said it, and she still is now. She hasn't called me an asshole, but she's making me feel like one. And I think we're both expecting the other to apologize first. So, am I the asshole? Yes. Why would she be apologizing? What? Top comment, you are the asshole. It only takes 2 seconds to say, Jesus, Brian. She said, try. No, literally. Okay, I really have to go. So, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, listen to my music, and I will see you in the next one, you sick freaks.
Baby, I don't have the time to try to be nice anymore. Hope you don't mind if I ignore you and everything you say for the rest of our lives. Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you over all the ambience of this big city. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm sorry, this high-rise has got a lot of wind noise, just enough to block out your bullshit and your boys. I'm sorry that I'm built for all the things you dream of. I'll think about you at the Michelin star restaurant.
Table for two? Don't be insane. Table for one.